Hi everybody, it's me, Greg Manarino. How are you today? Alright my friends. Alright, well we all saw this coming, didn't we? Gold and silver, the paper markets have once again been slaughtered. And I'm not sure that we're seeing a bottom just yet. But a couple of things are important to keep in mind here. I believe that due to the precipitous drop in the spot price regarding these metals, we're going to start to see shortages in production. Why is that? Understand, these mining companies are already operating at very small profit margins. So the lower that the spot price goes, the less of a profit they make. So what does that mean? Well, you can expect production to fall. What is that going to do? It's going to cause shortages. Now, I've been going over this for a very long time. If it's not profitable for these institutions, these mining companies to produce these metals, they won't do it. And again, there's going to be an equilibrium at one point, and we're going to see a snapback with regard to the price of the physical asset. Understand, there is a peg right now between the spot price and the physical price, and it's a godsend. It is a godsend. And all of you out there who follow this blog know that I take advantage of that at every moment that I can, and I hope that's what you're doing as well, because nothing has changed. The global situation is deteriorating. We know this. The central banks of the world are printing presses. There is a race to debase the currency. And again, the only real money there is in this world is gold and silver. Period. The end. Forget about cash is king. Because, I mean, just to put a perspective on this, and those of you who follow this blog, you know this already. Since 1971, the dollar value has plummeted, losing almost 90% of its purchasing power. On the other hand, gold and silver, well, you know where this is going. They've increased multiple folds regarding their purchasing power. So when you hear someone say about cash is king, you're looking at another idiot. Understand that. Again, the dynamics behind all of this, if anything, has now gotten even stronger to hold the physical asset. I believe we're going to see shortages as we move forward for many reasons. These spot prices, again, because of the peg to the actual asset, is going to cause massive amount of accumulation of the real metals. And because miners aren't going to make a great profit here, they're going to stop producing. So you can see how this is going to play out. Keep your eye on the ball. That's all I have to say. Nothing has changed. Fundamentally, everything has gotten better and stronger for the actual metals. Again, people, please ignore the spot price. It has no bearing on reality. And I know a lot of you out there have a hard time grasping that, but it's the truth. And at one point, we're going to see a further decoupling between the paper or manipulated price and the actual price of the metals. And they're going to explode to the upside again because of shortages, because of accumulation, period. And I just think it's really important to understand that. I also want to go over a few other things. Okay, so today we saw a relative sell-off here in the market. I don't believe at this point it's anything significant. Why? Well, nothing has changed there either. The Federal Reserve is going to keep printing and printing and printing to keep propping up the equity markets. They're not going to allow people's perception to change. They've already established, for the general public who doesn't get it, that the Dow Jones Industrial Average is an economic indicator. It is not an economic indicator. But people believe that it is. So if they see the equity markets rising and their 401k plans doing well, they're going to think the economy is just doing great, and the problems that are affecting the world are not affecting us here in the United States. Again, this is a complete falsehood. So the Fed will not allow that to happen. They're going to keep backstopping everything as we move forward. At one point, there's going to be a severe correction because the free market will once again do its job. And what is the free market's job across the board? To establish fair market value. This stuff is all really simple, people. It really, really is. You just have to understand how it's playing out, how it will play out over time, and keep focused. That's it. It's a very, very simple concept. But with that said, if you follow my site, traderschoice.net, I did close several positions and took substantial profit off the board. Some of those positions there made in excess of 150%. It's pretty amazing if you really think about it. So anyway, if you do pay attention to that site, you might want to go have a look at that. So just going back to the premise of this entire video, we have to think about this entire thing in the context of production regarding gold and silver, and how the miners now, their profits are going to shrink further. They're going to cut production. Is going to cause shortages. And as we know, these are finite resources, unlike fiat currency, which is just printed out of thin air or added to a digital screen. And silver specifically is a resource that gets used up. It's gone. And the long-term prospects for silver are absolutely incredible. And I still believe more than ever that it is the most undervalued asset in the history of the world. So you should be taking advantage of all of this. Now, on Friday, I had heard from a lot of you who were invested in GLD, who were invested in SLV. Again, something I advise against across the board. Again, because of so many reasons I've been over in the past. I know that some of you out there that have been invested in these are probably going to try to catch a bottom here. Don't do it. You never try to catch a falling knife. Okay? It's a very dangerous way to trade, and you're more than likely, because you get lucky, sure, but because you get burned, yeah, you can get burned pretty good, and I don't want any of you out there to get burned as far as I can help it. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today, everyone. I just want you to pay attention to what's going on, understand the dynamics here, and why I believe, especially at these prices, which will probably fall further, there's going to be shortages regarding gold, more specifically silver, and you should be acquiring silver really as much as humanly possible. I am much more heavily invested in physical silver than any other asset. That's the truth. Anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow. I hope all of you have a super, super great day.